Down the shaft. Squished in a tiny elevator, we go 450 feet underground. The place is dim and damp, but the views are simply breathtaking.
I have been on many trips before. I have been on tours before. This is right up there with the best of them.
Wieliczka Salt Mine. It has been around for 900 years, but it started to become a tourist attraction in the mid-18th century. And today, it is a must-see when visiting Poland. The legend has it that salt was brought here by a young Hungarian princess, Kinga, who married Polish King Boleslav in the 13th century. She didn't want gold or silver to bring to her new country. She wanted to bring something that Polish people didn't really have at that time: salt. Since transporting vast amounts of it was impossible, Kinga prayed over the main salt deposit in Hungary, and she dropped her engagement ring down the shaft. Upon arriving in Poland, she ordered miners to dig in the town of Wieliczka. Sure enough, they soon came across huge salt deposits, and the first lump of salt that they dug out had Kinga's engagement ring in it. Kinga became the patron of salt miners, and today, the most magnificent chapel in Wieliczka Salt Mine is dedicated to her. And if you wonder if all this is really salt, don't worry. One of our pilgrims tested it for you. The mine consists of 120 miles of passages, over 2,000 caverns, and 20 carved out of salt chambers. It is also the biggest mining museum in the world. Many of the mine chambers have been turned into exhibits demonstrating the method of salt mining and how it evolved over the centuries. We are amazed by the sculptures carved out of crystalline salt, but even more by the presence of 6 chapels this deep below the ground.
It was so interesting to see the faith of the people, that they would build chapels underground from the salt and have places to pray and, share their faith while they worked. It was just amazing.
It's a testament to their faith. And I'm sure salt mining is not easy. I've never tried it. I wouldn't want to try it. But it shows that their priority is with the faith.
Well, it truly gives a new meaning to the famous Bible quote, "You are the salt of the earth." Suddenly, separation of church and state seems like a foreign idea to us.
What a difference it was in the culture of this country compared to life in the United States as we know it.
Inspired and almost humbled by this interconnection of faith and everyday life, we celebrate Mass in one of the chapels. Just like salt miners once did, we praise God from 450 feet below the Earth's surface.
Because our faith flavors our lives.
Back on the surface at the nearby restaurant, we are greeted at the door in an old traditional Polish way, with bread and salt. It's an old custom that symbolizes friendship and hospitality. Would it exist if it wasn't for Saint Kinga and her generous gift? We are also given a small bag of salt from Wieliczka Salt Mine to remind us that we are the salt of the earth and that man cannot live on bread alone. So Stacey, here we have our salt and we have our bread, and our first course is soup, kapustniak soup.
Kapustniak.
Yes, which is sauerkraut soup.
Smells good.
Try it. Tell me if you like it.
I do. It's delicious.
Very, very, very good.